Oh. गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान् शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम्। सेकेंड मंत्र। दिव्यो ह्यमूर्तः पुरुषः स बाह्याभ्यन्तरो यजः अप्राणो यमनः शुभ्रः यक्षरात् परतः परः। एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी अग्निर्मूर्धा चक्षुषी चन्द्रसूर्यौ दिशः श्रोत्रे वाग्वृताश्च वेदाः वायुः प्राणो हृदयं विश्वमस्य पद्भ्यां पृथिवी येष सर्वभूतान्तरात्मा तस्मादग्निः समिधो यस्य सूर्यः सोमात् पर्जन्य ओषधयः पृथिव्याम् पुमान् रेतस्सिञ्चति योषितायाम् बह्वीः प्रजाः पुरुषात् सम्प्रसूताः बह्वीः प्रजाः पुरुषात् सम्प्रसूताः. We had been seeing that this portion now is dealing on the Paravidya aspect. And in this Paravidya, the third section or second Mundak has main points to say. So we heard 9 points about the self in the second mantra. Then what is the world? The world is also the same Brahman by Bad Samanya Adhikaran Lakshan. I am repeating this. When I say world is Brahman, it does not mean Brahman is changing. Doesn't mean Brahman is born and dying. It doesn't mean Brahman is seen. Therefore, we had used the word Bad Samanadhikaran Lakshan yesterday to indicate Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. So, that Devyaha, Amurtaha, Purushaha, these words indicate that the consciousness is the limitless, it is spaceless, or it is timeless. You have to agree that when you see earth is an element, water is an element, space is something existing, Vayu is there. So we have not taken the Atma seriously, we have taken it for granted. That is also one element. If earth, Vayu, space is one element, so this is also an element. Where difficulty comes that we are habituated to seeing everything outside. And therefore our attention doesn't go on this aspect. Ascharyavat paschati kashyitenam. And this is the Ascharya in that. An interesting thing that everything is based on this only. So, this is where the ordinary person's mind will not go, because he cannot take his mind away from the world or the worldly things. We all will exist, yes, Atma is there. There is some consciousness. I am conscious of that. But we take that consciousness as a part of a body, product of body, property of body. And some doctors will say that because when the death is there, consciousness also goes away, dies. And this is what Charvak did. Charvak said, as when you eat pan, and redness of the pan comes when you mix 3-4 ingredients. I think they must be eating pan, therefore they give the example. So, and they said that similarly when these 4 or 5 elements mix in a particular constitution, then there is something called consciousness born. हाँ, ये बोला उन्होंने भाई. Charvak said like that. So consciousness became the property of the matter. Buddha came, they said consciousness is nothing. It is just a flickering nature of Atma. Atma is mithya and it is flickering. Consciousness is flickering. From moment to moment it is coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Vinashvad came then. One school of Buddha said it is Shunya also. So nothing is reality and not the consciousness. Then the Jain came. Jain said, why dekho, consciousness is taking the shape of the body. As is the shape of the body, so is the consciousness. I'm just touching it because that is not my main point. I'm just telling how many, and all, see how contradiction is there with the Vedas. So these three are called Nastik Darshan. They don't believe in Vedas. Avastik came. Nyaya said Atma is inert, low. And when Atma mixes with the mind, then only consciousness is a property of Atma. ये देखो आप. Then Vaisheshik also said the same thing. Nyaya Vaisheshik go together. Little difference is there. Then Purmimansa came. Purmimansa said that Atma is not consciousness, it is samsari. It goes to this lok, that lok, all the time it is in movement only. There is nothing called Atma being consciousness in nature. They are Vedic now, they belong to Vedas. Now how will they explain Divya word, I don't know. Divya word they can't explain. Then Sankhya came. Sankhya is more closer to Vedanta. Sankhya said, I agree Atma is consciousness in nature. But there is something called Prakriti, which is different than consciousness. Prakriti is inert, Atma is consciousness, is Purush. Purush is consciousness. And both are different, exclusive. And as many jivas are there, so many Purushas are also there. Not only one is there. Why we so miser? सबको एक एक बात बांट दो आत्मा. Everybody has one Atma. You just know the names. Those who don't know, they should just know the name. How many are covered? 7. I'm just touching upon it so that you can have some interest in time. This is now darshan. Then Yoga came. Yoga and Sankhya are friend. So they said, I agree with you. Sankhya. Only thing Sankhya doesn't believe in Ishwar, Yoga believes in Ishwar. Little more difference is there. Yoga does Drishta Drish Vivek. Sankhya does Prakriti Purush Vivek. So Sankhya believes that moksha is the name of the Vivek of Prakriti and Purush. And Yoga believes the moksha is the name of Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where all the vritti has ceased to be there. So out of, and now Vedanta came. Vedanta said, see, you all were talking, I'm quiet. That does mean I agree. So first you ask what the Vedanta says, what Upanishad says. What you are saying out of your, to protect some point of your, what is the Upanishad saying? When Upanishad is saying Divyo Yamurta Purusha or Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, so hundreds of places it has said Prajnanam Brahma, I am Atma Brahma. So hundred of places it is saying that Atma is of the nature of consciousness. And when it is Sabhaya Bhyantaro Yajaha, he is inside, outside, everywhere, then how can it be the part of the body? How can it be the product of the body? So out of 9 darshan, only 3 believe that Atma is of the nature of consciousness. And out of 9, only 1 believe Atma alone is low. If by polling we had to decide, the long back we are in highway minority. None of the darshan believes that Atma is Desh Kala Parich. And actually speaking, what they did not refer, because Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is there. And Ekoham Bhaushyam is there. Atma Vaidam Agre Asit is there. Sadev Swamidam Agre Asit is there. Hundreds of places you can show that Atma is consciousness and Atma is one. But why these people didn't understand? They were so intelligent. Because they already had thought more on the logical aspect rather than Shruti way. And they tried to take the scriptural statement which suits to their logic. Like I gave the example of the conflagration of fire and the sparks. This suits Vishishta Advaita quite a bit. So they took that example. They take whatever they want. Anyway, I hope you will have little knowledge about what these are called 9 darshans are there. So when we study darshan, in that we study what is this darshans, what is the Atma, what they say, what is moksha for them, what is Jagat for them, what is Ishwar for them. And I'm repeating it, this is not for hair splitting, this is to make our conviction stronger. That if there is a possibility, then we can rule out that possibility. Okay, let me know. Go ahead. The second mantra was told about Divyo Yamurta Purusha Sabaya Abhyantaro Jaja. You have already known that. Then third, fourth mantra, and almost all mantras of this particular 2.1.1 will be talking that whole world is nothing but the same consciousness. And etasmad word has been repeatedly used from this, from that. A whole thing is to tell that whole world has come from that in which modification is not possible. And from that world has come, therefore world cannot be other than that consciousness or the self. I hope this point I had taken. And the third mantra told about Hiranyagarbha, and fourth mantra told about Virat. Okay? That you have to keep in mind. I hope you have understood these two mantras. Now I'll come on to fifth mantra. So world is not just inert as we see normally. We see the world, something as inert is there or something as gross is there. I am different from the world. World is different than me. It is not like that. This is not the way to understand that. World as, see, inertness in the dream also I am different than the dream world. That doesn't mean I am different. I think I am one entity, I am living in the world. World is very big, I am one small person. And this is what concept is of the world. So here it is said that number one point is that consciousness is not the part, product or property of the body. Number 2 point is that the consciousness is the independent entity. It is independent of the body, it is independent of the world. Number 3 point is that the consciousness pervades all. And number 4 point is that with the death of all these things, consciousness does not die. And number 5 point is there that it needs a medium to express. Medium-less consciousness cannot be experienced. These are 5 points, 5 points. Like I gave the example that this hand is there and the light is falling on the hand. So the light on the hand is not the part, product and property of the hand. Number 2, this light on the hand is an independent entity not depending on the presence and absence of the hand. Number 3, the light on the hand is all pervasive. Third point is there. Number 4, With the destruction of the hand, the light is not destroyed. And number fifth point, but to know the land, you need to have some medium through which you can know it. And how is it? We had seen in detail, and we have to revise that. I'll now come back to it. D3 point. This mantra, fifth mantra, is little not straight. So you have to keep your mind little not straight. So the words, because technical words are used. See, the tasmad word is used. See, tasmad agni sob samidho yasya suryaha somat parjanya oshadayas prathivyam puman reta sinchati yoshitayam bhavvif prajaha purushat samprasutaha. Now your attention is very much needed, because this mantra, actually this is called Panchagni Vidya. This Panchagni Vidya is in Chandogya also, Brihadaranyaka also, and Brahma Sutra also. That is mentioned here. How is it? There are 5 Havan Kund. 5 Havan Kund are there, and 5 Samidhas are there. You can say 6, but 6 है उसको 5 बना दिया है. Let's see how is it that. I'm repeating it. 5 Havan Kund are there, there will be 5 fires. If it is 6, you can make it 5 later on. 1 they will omit it, if you don't mind. Acha? And this is how the Jeev is reborn after death. The journey of the Jeev from death to life is mentioned here. Not from life to death. Journey of the Jeev is with Jeev. Jeev who are born in this earth, not all Jeev. And Jeev who are human being, not all other Jeev, not dog, cat. Only human beings, and that to those human beings which are born as a human being, their journey from death to life is mentioned, not life to death. Please don't write wrongly. Because we are habituated to thinking journey from life to death. When COVID was there, Lucknow people read as lockdown, because that is in their mind. Only I am going for lockdown. It was Lucknow, and they read it as lockdown. It was written somewhere, class called Sandy. They read called sanitizer. So much these names were there, sanitizer or lockdown and COVID, everywhere. So now the Jeev has left the body. Let's start the journey. When the Jeev has left the body, that means what? Jeev has subtle body, Jeev has gross body, Jeev has subtle body, Jeev has causal body, Jeev has reflected consciousness, and Jeev has plain Shuddha consciousness. So how many things are? Subtle body, causal body, reflected consciousness in the causal body, and pure consciousness. So 4 things are there which is in the Jeev without the body. Only thing is, he doesn't have a free will there. Moment he is disidentified with the gross body, he does not have a free will. Where he has to go, what he has to think, what he has to talk. Like in the dream, there is no free will. You can't say, I will see this dream today. I'll talk nicely in the dream. I'll not shout on the dream. Let me all shout and do in the waking, because there I won't get a chance. So you cannot, because there is no gross body there. So there is, what is there? There is CB, there is SB, there is RC, and there is C. OC, good. So CB, SB, RC and OC. Bole, what is this? I don't understand what is this language. Subtle body, SB, oh, SBI, no, only SB. So subtle body, CB is causal body, then RC is reflected consciousness, and OC is original consciousness. ऐसा कह के जीव महाराज चल दिए, चल नहीं दिए, एक देवता इनको आया लेने के लिए. Depends where you have to go, the देवता will go accordingly. By if I have to, whose house I have to go, Bhiksha, that person comes and fetches. So if you have to go to Narak, then Yamdut come. If you have to go to Swarg, then Apsaras come. Ehi, you heard. Depends where you have to go. Accordingly, there is someone who will fetch you. Because you have at that time you have no free will to move automatically. अब this jeev is going now. Is now in the journey. अब कहाँ जाएगा ये? Very interesting चीज है. Five Havan Kund I said. हाँ, अभी चला ऊपर. Please understand this. So first Havan Kund is where the Samidha means what you offer is called Samidha. On the top there are five Havan Kund is there. Let us see how many, 5 or 6. One is the sun, and under the sun the space is called Divlok. Divlok, and sometimes they call it Swarg also. So this is sun, supposing this is sun, and this place is called Divlok. This is sun, this is sun, see, right sun is there. Huh? Please close your eyes, it's very bright. So so this is there. And now this is Divlok. This is Samidha. This is offering the light, and this is the Havan Kund, and this is fire is this Divlok. On this fire, the Samidha is offered. Fire is that space is called Divlok. This is number 1. Number 2, I am coming under and under. Let us make 3 top, 3 bottom. 6 are there. Now second Havan Kund, let us see. Now this fire, this Agni becomes the Samidha or the fire for other Havan Kund in which the fire is the Som. Som. Som is a cloud. I mean the Chandrama etc. is there. That area, that place is called that. Som is there. Don't make a mistake, because what is Agni will become Samidha. So the first sun is the only Samidha. But in the sun, the Divlok, which was a fire, has become Samidha for Som. And now the Som has another, Som has become Samidha. Som has become, please note, first Som has become fire. And on that fire of Som, the Samidha was a Divlok. Now this is 2. And then the Som is there. The Som which was the fire has become the Samidha for cloud. This is the third Agni. First Agni was Divlok. Second Agni was Som, and third Agni is now the cloud. And on that cloud, the offering is given by the Som. Huh? Second? Clear है? फिर से बोल देते हैं ना, इसमें क्या बात. First, don't get, it's very confusing if you're not clear here. If you are a little sleepy, you will not get it. So first is, because here Samidha is becoming fire again. And what is fire is becoming Samidha. So first is sun and Divlok. So a diagram bana lo from the top to bottom, you can make one diagram. Flow chart. Sun is there, Samidha, and Divlok is the fire. Then Divlok is the Samidha, and Som is the fire. Then Som is the Samidha, and cloud is the fire. Then cloud is the Samidha, and earth is the fire. And and from that earth, An has come now. And then An, I say earth or An, it is synonymous. Then An is the Samidha, and Man is the fire. Because man eats that as if swaha. In that Agni, you are putting swaha. So you have this. And then last, the man is the fire, samidha, and the seed of the man goes in the mother, and that mother is the fire in which offering has been offered. So this is another Havan Kund. ये तो number of fire you see. First, don't confuse between samidha and fire. First, well, I'm quite confused. Life also I'm confused. Here also I'm confused. Nothing is clear to me. My East is not clear. My mantra is not clear. My Guru is not clear. कुछ भी हमें clear नहीं है. And here also confusion is there. Wait. So, I'm confused, Kumar. I'm repeating it. Don't mistake between fire and samidha. कई लोग इसमें confuse जाते हैं. First fire is Divlok. Second fire is Som. Third fire is Megh or cloud. Fourth fire is Anna or earth. Fifth fire is Purush. And sixth fire is Stri or mother. ठीक है? Let us now put it another way. First samidha is sun. Second samidha is Divlok. Third samidha is Som. Fourth samidha is fire, is Megh or cloud. Fourth samidha. Na? Fifth samidha is Annam. And sixth samidha is the seed. And after that seed, last samidha. But not the fire. There is no, Havan is over now. Human beings are born. Bahvi prajaha samprasutaha. I hope you have got the point. When they talk about it, they omit the Som Agni. Therefore, Pancha Agni is remaining. So there are 5 Agnis. Now that Divlok Agni is called Swarga Agni. First is Sarvagni, second is Meghagni, third is Bhumyagni, fourth is Purushagni, and fifth is Striyagni. And these are Agnis through which the Jeev will go to get processed. Now Jeev has to be born in this birth. Jeev has to be born. The Jeev has to take birth. Please note, this is a human being Jeev, and who is born in this Bhulok only. This example is of that, not all lok. ठीक है ना? Now, so it is going through 5 Agnis like something you cooking. So Jeev is a very minute state. You cannot catch it. That Jeev which has left the body, it is so minute. It has to be inflated now. And therefore the process of inflation is required through all these. It is so minute you can't catch it. Otherwise nobody would have died. Or somebody who knew that this person, बोले इसको पकड़ लिया, जीव को पकड़ के रख लिया हमने. His जीव has been held now, he cannot go away. We have put that. बोले क्या? बोले पापा जी को पॉकेट में रख के आए हैं. तो there was one medicine somebody discovered by which you can reduce 10 years. So if you are 60, you appear 50 like that. Some medicine was there. So one husband wife there, their old husband wife, and their son was coming from America, 25-30-year-old. He came. He said, "Mother, ये बच्चा कौन लिया है? We have taken one baby." बोले, "This is your father. He took 5 medicine." She did not understand Kashi. therefore he is in the lab. The process is, देखो ध्यान देना, that process, the jeev which is very minute, it goes, the Surya Rashmi or Surya Devata fetches him like that. And Surya Devata does the ahuti of that jeev in Divlok. All are figurative, there is no real fire, etc. It's a figurative expression. Expression to show that all are doing yajna and everything has come from that God only. Achha. Now that Dyulok has dropped it toward the moon area, Somlok. That Somlok has, when I say Somlok, that means Somlok Devata has dropped it down. Some Devata is carrying. Now that Somlok Devata has dropped it in the cloud. That cloud which is there, Cloud Devata has dropped it at a specific point in the earth where he has to be born. Or Anna he is that. That Anna Devata took that jeev who was in that particular wheat or grain to a particular man. That man consumed that, and man is pregnant. Before woman, man gets pregnant. Because that jeev has gone in the human being, that particular man. And that man then to a particular mother or the particular woman, now he puts that seed, and this is how that jeev has been transferred through a process from here to being born there. This is one of the ways. There are many other ways also. Don't think all Jews are bound like that. But this is one of the ways. And therefore don't say that the jeev has come in the 6th month or 5th month or 4th month. वो तो उसके में था ही था. And therefore some people, some people may not, they get the children after 10 years, after 15 years, because jeev is not there. Jeev is not coming. जीव आ ही नहीं रहा उनके शरीर में, कोई जीव ही नहीं है. एंड दिस process, बोले who facilitates? All devatas, they are doing transfer. इधर से उधर कर रहे हैं, इधर से उधर कर रहे हैं, उधर से उधर कर रहे हैं, वरना खो जाएगा. इसको पैदा होना कहीं कहीं और हो जाएगा. It's not that by chance he is born there. He has to take birth in that particular family. So that particular family, that man has to eat that अन्न only. Otherwise कुछ और अन्न खा लिया. And in that anna, that devata is there which takes that jeev to particular anna, and he ensures that this person eats that particular food or anna. I hope you are understanding. You understood, doctor? I know we should call him doctor. Nobody calls him doctor. Put so much kurta, still nobody calls. So, you put on white coat, then people will understand. Understood the process? ये देवता ले जाते हैं इनको यहाँ वहाँ. पता लगा somebody was to be born in some house and some mother in America, वो पानी यहाँ बरस गया. हाँ, वो जीव यहाँ आ गया, अमेरिका का जीव यहाँ आ गया, डरबन में आ गया, या यहाँ का जीव जो है कैलिफोर्निया में चला गया, तो बहुत बड़ा मिक्सचर हो जाएगा. तो कहीं कहीं पैदा, इसलिए देवता आर होल्डिंग इट एंड टेकिंग हिम डेफिनेटली टू दैट प्लेस एंड ड्रॉपिंग हिम देयर. अच्छा, हाँ, आई होप दिस. अच्छा, now see the whole mantra, then I'll move ahead. Very important point is not that. Very important point is actually jeev itself is consciousness, main thing. And all the body that it got, subtle body, gross body, all that itself is a consciousness. And therefore it is only consciousness. Jeev also is consciousness, and the outer body also is a consciousness. See, tasmad agnihi samidho yasya suryaha. So here, Tasmat Sa Agnihi. Sa Agnihi. So here Agni means that Swarg or Dyulok. Dyulok. And Samido. So Surya is the Samida. Now it is easy to understand. This is one sentence. Then see the jump you can see. Somat Parjanya. Up Somat Parjanya is missing. In between there is a link there. That how Som has come. Now from that Som must be the Agni, Samidha for that Dyulok. And Dyulok was the fire. And this is the link. This between the link is there. This is the second sentence. Then third sentence is then. Prithivyam Oshadaya. Third Havan Kund is there. In that Prithvi, now that Parjanya would have been to the Samida for that Prithvi, Aushadaya means etc. And this way. And then Prithivyam Aushadaya. Then कितना हो गया? 3 हो गया. 1, 2, 3 कि 4 हो गया? 4 हो गया शायद. 4 हो गया. So after that from Prithvi comes Oshadhi etc. So first is Sun and Dyulok, then Dyulok and Megh is there, then Megh and the Oshadhi is there, 3. Then Oshadhi and Purush is there. You have to put on missing links. Lot of missing links are there. You have to, otherwise you will get confused what is there. They are all connected. And then Prithivyam Oshadhi. And that in the Prithvi the Oshadhi came. Oshadhi here means grains, not medicine. Oshadhi is medicine. Oshadhi is grain. Oshan dhatte iti Oshadhi. That which gives nourishment is called Oshadhi. Oshan dhatte. And Aushadhi, that is called medicine. Aushadhi. Oshadhi is different. Aushadhi is different in Sanskrit. Both are different. Okay. So grains are not called grains or millets. It is called Oshadhi. Oshadhi. So Tasmad Agni Samidho Yasya Suryah Somat Parjanyah Parjanyat Oshadayah Prithivyam. Like that it will be there. And ultimately from that Oshadhi becomes the Samidha and it goes into the human being, man. And then Puman Reta Sinchati Yoshitayam. Last is very clearly mentioned. Reta means the seed is there, in which the Jeev is there. And Sinchati means he puts in the mother's womb. And after that comes the human being. Bahvi Prajaha. Bahvi, it is nominative singular, so it has to be Bahvayah. Bahvayah Prajaha. Bahvi has to convert into Bahvayah. Purushat Samprasutaha. So this has been brought from the Purushat. I hope this mantra is very clear. ठीक है ना? So how will you put it? Let's conclude this topic. So Jeev also is the Brahman, and all the conditioning, all these 5 Agni and 5 Samidha also is a Brahman. Ultimately what produces is also the consciousness in another way. So first was Jalroop Jeev. That Jeev which the sun sucked it. That is called Jalroop Jeev. Jalroop Jeev. Then second Jeev was Somroop Jeev. Then third Jeev was Vrishti Roop Jeev. Then all Jeev is converting. Please note. First is Jal Roop Jeev. Then it became Somroop Jeev. Then Somroop Jeev becomes Vrishti Roop Jeev. Vrishti Roop Jeev becomes Oshadhi Roop Jeev. Oshadhi Roop Jeev became Reto Roop Jeev. And Reto Roop Jeev becomes Manushya Roop Jeev. This is the process through which the Jeev is coming from, changing its conditioning and coming in this human birth. But all is not to tell this story. All is to tell that only consciousness alone is the one which is the material cause and the efficient cause of this. So what body you see of a Jeev, Jeev itself is consciousness, and the conditioning called the gross, subtle and causal body, they are also the consciousness alone. This is the main thing which they want to indicate. They don't want to tell how the Jeev comes. This is not the point here. Point here is that all the Jivas along with the bodies are the Divya Purush only, what was in the second mantra. Because from that Purush, because it is consciousness, no change is possible. And other than that, nothing can come out. So by Maya, Jiva is appearing, and by Maya, these five fires are appearing, and it is the same consciousness. This is what the main point is. I hope it is not difficult. Next mantra, please read. Tasmadricha samyajung shidiksha yajñāscha sarve kratavo dakshināscha samvatsarascha yajmanascha lokāha somo yatra pavate yatra suryaha. Again, tasmadricha samyajum shtidiksha yajñāscha sarve kratavo dakshināscha samvatsarascha yajmanascha lokāha somo yatra pavate yatra suryaha. Now, human being has a free will. Free will means that he can assert the choice, which animal does not have. What to talk or not to talk, there is some discriminative faculty. Whether to eat or not to eat, faculty is there. Whether to sleep or not to sleep, faculty is there. Whether to come in the class or not, there is a facility. Always there is a choice. And there is a one thing called he has an intellect. Well, all animals also have intellect. They are also intelligent. Birds are also intelligent. Animals are also intelligent. Some fish are very intelligent. They have an automatic navigation system they have. They know where is north, they know where is south. They are also very intelligent. 1 week before earthquake come, many animals know that, I heard. They can find out the earthquake is coming. They say in tsunami no animal died. Human being died, but so they are also intelligent in their area. Dogs will run away before an earthquake comes, they'll start barking. So don't say they're not intelligent. They are intelligent. See, these migratory birds are there. They migrate from Russia and different places in world, all over the world they go. Such a thousands of distance they travel. They come to India also. Migratory birds they are called. And some people are bird gazers. They go and see the bird. Next bird they will become bird only. So, I was at a place called Bharatpur in Rajasthan. So there is a big sanctuary, bird sanctuary. So people went to see bird. This bird, and they can name also. There is the name of this bird is this, name of this bird is this. What is special about human being? I'm telling you. Special about human being is that it knows what is my ultimate good. It is given the facility of knowing what is my ultimate good, where is my ultimate freedom. It can go to the cause of the world and effect of the world. Ultimately, where my action will take to, what the world is, what is the nature of karma, why I got the body, what is the phal, what is the meaning of relation, what is the meaning of attachment, what is the meaning of my mind. It has a mind-boggling analytical power, and a very big, huge Shraddha is available. And because of this faculty, it can exercise its free will in the right direction. And therefore, Pap Punya is associated with it. If the child, supposing 2-year-old child, by mistake he pulls the trigger and 2-3 people die, child is innocent, so he will not be subjected to any death penalty. But if 20-year-old boy, he pulls the trigger, then if somebody gets hurt also, he is liable for punishment. Because he knew it. Why you were careless about it? So there is a free will available is there. And moment free will is there, scriptures are coming to help. He says, see, I will tell you now what is your duty, what is not your duty. So Veda deals on 2 aspects mainly. One is, it is called Dharma Shastra, other is called Brahma Shastra. These 2 are not known by any Pramana. Vedas will not deal on the topic which can be known through general means of perception. By Pratyaksh, Anuman, Veda will not tell how to make aeroplane. Why? You can use intelligence and you can make it. Vedas will not tell that, we have to make how the mathematics will be done. You can use your intelligence and you can know it. Vedas are dealing on the transcendental topics. And knowing that you can control your next birth, you can make your next birth because you can see this much action I want to do and this will be my next birth. Or you can go for moksha also. Or you can go for sannyas also. By regulating the cause, you can regulate the effect. That is a principle. If you want to go to Swarg, there is Havan, there is a lifestyle. If you want to go to health, also one lifestyle is there. If you want to go to Pitarlok, there is other mantras are there. If you want to be reborn, other mantras are there. If you want for moksha, another way of living is there. And all this is dictated by and mentioned in the Vedas. Therefore, Vedas have a very prominent, and therefore our religion is called Vedic religion. They say Hindus don't have a religious book. Chup, you don't know anything. Hindus have a religious book called Vedas. It's another matter that the Vedas have not been very popular. People in the house don't have Vedas now. Because they have Gita, they have Ramayana. But rarely they have Vedas. Maybe many have not seen also all Vedas. But Ramayana and the Gita, etc., are nothing but the expression of Vedas only. In the court, they make the person touch the Gita. If the Muslim is there, he'll touch Quran. Christian will touch Bible. But Hindu will touch Gita. In Indian code, I don't know here. Huh? What they touch? Bible they touch. Then you can lie. So, but in India, it's not like that. You have to touch the Gita, respective, because he has Shraddha in that Granth only. So where you have Shraddha, there only you want to owe something or take a oath in name of that. I swear in the name of Bhagavad Gita. So Hindus don't get carried away by these things. That Hindu is not a religion or Hindus don't have any books. They are just, anybody can say anything. But be clear, Hindu is a religion, as well Hindus have the holiest and the most ancient book called Vedas. That is rather Sanatan and it is Aparushe. And this religion was not born, it is Sanatan, it is Anadi. Because it is not Acharya based dharma, it is Atma based dharma. And Atma is Anadi Anant. All religion are achara based. Without achara came and then that religion is started. Buddha came and then Buddhist started. Or the Christ came, then Christ started. Muhammad came, Muhammad saw, then the Muslim religion is started. But there is no acharya who came in Hinduism and then Hinduism started. There was not a time Hindu religion was not there. Everybody agrees to this point. All agree. So Vedic literature was the main thing, and there was a time there was no Gita. There were times that Puranas were also not very, very popular as they are popular now. Puranas were there, but not as popular as Vedas were more popular at that time, Satyuga, etc. Puranas was not that popular. Vedas were very popular. But as the time came, people started losing the interest in the subtle points of Sanskrit. The Vedic Sanskrit was not that easy. The principles were in a terse manner. Then the Brahman of Vedas, the expansion and easy way of putting the Vedas was the Smriti, Puran, Itihas, etc. And therefore these things became popular more because they were more easy to understand and relate to rather than the Vedic literature straight away. But source is Vedas only. I hope you are understanding that. Whatever Puranas will say, it will all be in the Vedas. It is just Ved to Ma hai. And see, this Upanishad itself is from the Vedas. This Mundaka is from Atharvaveda. So Vedas, everything has authority in the Vedas, then only it is sanctified. But the Vedas also are required for Dharma Shastra and for Moksha Shastra. What I should do, and most important point of the Vedas is to tell that Atma is Anant. Number 2, Varna Ashram Vyavastha. 4 Varnas are there and 4 Ashramas are there. Number 3, Vedas itself is Aparushe. Number 4, that Ishwar, what about Ishwar is there? Main points what Vedas tell and which is Apurv. Apurv means it is not said anywhere else. Vedas talk about the oneness of the Atma. Vedas talk about the Ishwar. Vedas talk about the Varnashram Vyavastha. Vedas talk about, what was there? Aparushe, it is Aparushe. This is salient features of Vedas. They are not made. And Vedas talk about Sthiti and Pralay, dissolution and creation. And Vedas talk about, ultimately the moksha also, bandhan and moksha also. You can see in the Upanishads. And Vedas talk, if somebody wants Sakam Upasana, Vedas talk about the Parlok also, that this ritual will take you to this lok and this will take you to Brahmalok, etc. And if you remember, I had told earlier also, so Vedas are the name of a Nishchit Shabdarashi. 3 things I had mentioned. Which has Anupurvi, which has Uddat, Anuddat, and there is a definite set of words which has Anupurvi. Anupurvi is first and later on. And second is which has Uddat and Anuddat. Goes up and down in the chanting. Earlier even Mundaka Upanishad was chanted with Uddat and Anuddat. Many Uddat and Anuddat got lost. And Vedas, most important point is, these 5-6 points you keep in your mind. It is not made by any Acharya, even Ishwar has not written Vedas. If Ishwar will write Vedas before that Ved, that means there was no possibility of moksha, there was no praman is not there. So Ishwar also has not made Vedas. Ishwar manifests Vedas in the Srishti and offers it to Brahmaji. And Brahmaji offers it to Rishis. Rishis offer it to their own disciple, their disciple to another. And this way, from that tradition, it has come to us today. I hope you have certain point about Vedas. The Varna Ashram is no other religion has. Ashram Vyavastha is not there. They have class system. Varna is dependent on a particular Sattva Rajotan. No other dharma book is Aparusheya. all by somebody they have written. It has started in time. All religious books started in time. Before that, that book was absent. No other religion has this point. No other religion discusses about the oneness of the Atma and the Paramatma. Anantata of Atma, no other religion talks about that. That is, my Atma is Anant. So, aparushe, ashram vyavastha, varn vyavastha, this is apurv, this is unprecedented. And anantata of the self, and it will most of the religion talk about this Swarga and Narak, but none of them talks about liberated here. Ihe eva muchyate. Nobody says, and therefore, there is no proof that Swarga has no proof that you will get it. You can't confirm it here. At least moksha you can confirm that I got the moksha here. Hum hai mukh, chalo, hum hai mukh, chalo. Batao kya paya? Lekin swarg ke liye there is no confirmation that somebody will call from swarg, bhale hum swarg mein hai aaj. So other religions mukti is not confirmed, and their mukti is quite erratic. But why it is erratic? Because if you go to heaven you go to because of certain actions only. And how can you be forever in the heaven? And therefore, this another aspect is the Punarjanma aspect is there in the Vedas. Two biggest religion called Islamic religion and Christian religion, they don't believe in rebirth. So they believe in eternal heaven and eternal hell. How can eternal heaven and eternal hell be there with the finite action? ये तो बहुत बड़ा जाति हो, किसी ने गलती का हमेशा हेल में ही रहेगा वो. He cannot, no chance of coming out now. God is mad or what? All is called logical fallacies. At least this much common sense we should have. You need not be genius to understand it. This is a common sense. But Vedas deal with these points. I am telling you because we should have some Mahat Buddhi in the Vedas. And I wanted to keep one Veda here also, just like we have inside the body. That Ved Bhagwan should be kept here. एक वेद भगवान आते हैं, वो स्वामी गंगेश्वरानंद वाले हैं. चलो भाई, this is about the Vedas. You will know it. That Vedas also have come from that Tasmad Richa. From that Purush only that Vedas have come. Means that Vedas are nothing but Purush only. When it is said from that it has said. Don't think from that means like from the mother child has come. When from the mother child has come, child is somewhere, mother is somewhere. It is like from the screen the film has come. So from that Purush alone, that Richa, Sam, Yajumshi, Diksha, Yajna, all these have come. And these are the accessories of the action. All these what is mentioned, accessories, action and the fruit. All are mentioned. Vedic accessories, action and the fruit. In the sixth mantra they are mentioned. So karma sadhan and karma phal. Three things are mentioned in this particular mantra. Karma sadhan and karma phal. And please note, I am repeating it. This is not to tell all these things. It is to tell that all this is only consciousness. That means variety is mithya and only consciousness is the truth. This is the main agenda. They are not going to tell, they are not interested in telling other things. And what is it all about? My time is over. We'll see it tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hari. Sarveshwarama Pahi Prabhu Ma Pahi Vibhu पाहि विभो मां पाहि प्रभो हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो हराय नमो शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो हराय नमो सर्वेश्वर मां पाहि प्रभु मां पाहि विभो शंभो शंकरा सदा शिवाय सर्वेश्वरा मां पाहि प्रभो मां पाहि विभो मां पाहि प्रभो हर 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 हराय नमो शिव 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 शिवाय